Welcome back to Subnautica on the PS5, and this is the next video in my walkthrough, number 28. We have just gotten down to 900 meters in a safe room, place where we're going to stop and take stock and take care of a few things. In safety, there's nothing here that's aggressive. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to build my first transitional base. And you can build as much as you want for this base. However, you are at a deeper level, so you're definitely going to need more things like reinforcements and such if you're going to try to build a full-blown base. I myself just built a moon pool power source, the thermal reactor, and a few things on the inside of that, like power cell charger, battery charger, couple of basic things, and really that's all you need, because the whole purpose of this base here is basically to give you a place where you can stop, recharge your power cells, because you're going to use them, go through them as you're operating the Cyclops, and then you're going to you also use your batteries for all your tools, so you got to make sure you've got charges on them. You can see my cuttlefish floating around in there. That thing is annoying. If I didn't say so before, you should wait until the end of your game to release that cuttlefish, because it follows you around and gets in your way.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production.
So once I get the moon pool built, first thing I do is I build a couple of reinforcements. I probably don't really need them since I'm not adding to this building at all, but when I did this, I wasn't 100% sure whether or not I was going to add anything else, because you can build a scanner room and everything like that to make this a more functional base if you wanted to, but I'd played it enough that I know where everything's at, that I might need. You may get a better use out of it, out of this base, if you do that when you go picking up materials and resources and stuff in the area. So that's an option for you. Your thermal generator is going to go, you need to put it in a hot location. As you can see, these are not exactly volcanic, but they're steam vents. You got to be careful how close you get to them, though, without being in a vehicle, because if you get too close, you start to take damage when the temperature gets too high. So what I'm going to do is go grab my vehicle here, my prawn, and it's got a temperature gauge in it over there on the bottom right hand side, right above the energy, so that makes it real easy to gauge where the warmest spots are. Now when we get a little bit lower in this dive, then it's going to be easier to find a hot location. But for this one, 71 is about as good as you're going to get. You might get a little better, but you have to actually get out of the prawn in order to build the thermal reactor, so you don't want to be too close. As you can see, it got a little too hot for me there. I'll drop down a little bit. So I'm going to come over here and build the thermal reactor, and I'm going to put it up there just a little bit higher, where the temperature, where the temperature is a little higher. I wish I could kill my cuttlefish, it keeps getting in the way. But anyhow, so that's the thermal reactor, and in order to connect it to your base, you're going to need a relay, and there it is. You got in my way. I'm not trying to play with the fish, it just gets right in the middle of my crosshairs, and then I get stuck playing with it, since the X button is what you use to do things. It's your action button, and then it gets in the way because it swims right into your crosshairs, and it makes you play with it instead of doing what you want. So anyhow, you got to build this relay here, and do it right. Blue line should appear connecting to the thermal reactor and to your base, and that didn't happen on this one, so I'm going to take this one apart find a location where that works correctly. Make sure my thermal reactor is functioning. It is. So the issue's got to be with my placement of my power relay. There I'm playing with stupid cuttlefish again. That's another annoying thing. As you saw right there, my crosshair was, squarely on the reactor. The cuttlefish goes right through it and is inside it when it messes me up. So you can do some other things in here. You can do some mining, which you definitely want to do. You want to get as much nickel as you can find. You may need some other stuff depending on how much you brought with you, and how much you want to build down here. So definitely got to stupid cuttlefish. You definitely got to make your mind of how in depth you want to get. I mean, it's great to be down here and explore. I spent a lot of time down here in my first playthrough of this game. This time, though, I'm just showing you the bare necessities plus a couple maybe. You can see there's rubies down here. There's nickel ore in here. There's uranium. There's titanium. All kinds of stuff. So some of it you can just pick up like you saw me doing there a minute ago, and other parts you'll need your prawn in order to drill with it, which is why you needed the drill arm that we had to get several videos ago. So as you look around, there is no drill spots for nickel ore, so keep an eye out for the nickel ore. It's got a unique look, but it can look like the sandstone or whatever from a distance. So make sure you get close enough to identify what it is. It sits on the ground. All you do is pick it up. You don't have to crack nothing open. You don't have to drill nothing or anything like that. But there's no mining spots for nickel ore, at least not in this location. Maybe there are in other parts of the map. There's my cuttlefish getting in the way again. You can see the green blood floating under the water. Unfortunately, that daggum cuttlefish is virtually indestructible. I have been unable to kill it no matter how much time I've spent drilling it. So if you made the mistake I made, you're just stuck with it. But anyhow, this is an example. This is what it looks like when you're drilling. The item that you're drilling, until your storage is full, will automatically move into your prawn storage. I may have told you guys this in a previous video, I don't remember, but just in case, it moves into your prawn storage, and you have to take it out manually. Get out of your prawn and open up storage to take it out. What you saw there a second ago was the grappling hook, which does come in handy. It's not 100% necessary in order to beat the game, but it makes beating the game a lot easier. Okay, so there's the blue line I was talking about. I built it. I've got the blue line to there, blue line connected there, and then to the base. So it was missing a point. You got to have line of sight. It won't go through the ground, and that might have been my problem where it connected. The side of that heat vent there might have been blocking it. So until you get the power connected, there is no oxygen inside the moon pool. It's got an empty space, but it doesn't generate oxygen, so your oxygen continues to fall if you get out, or if you're in here without the power connected. That's the storage unit there on the back, like I was telling you. As you can see, it's got all that titanium I just drilled. Now, I'm going to build, like I said, a battery charger and a power cell charger. Later you'll get the crafting recipe for an ion power cell, which lasts twice as long as the power cell. Which, once you get that, if you bake 6 of them for your submarine, you really don't need this particular base at that after that point, because you can just roll right on through, and it's not really in the way, or there's not really a need to stop on the way back if you don't want to. Again, it just depends on how much you want to explore. The next stop, which we'll get to in not the next video, but the video after, and I'll show you with the second and last place where you need a transitional base at for the same purpose as this one. But anyhow, like I said, here's the power cell charger, and then I'll take the power cells out of the sub that I've used up, and I'll bring them down here to charge. I also want to build a battery charger, but I'll pick up some more materials. And so far, we haven't really, I mean, you guys saw a little bit of damage get taken in a previous video when I was coming down to the spot, the last video, when we were making the dive from the surface down to this location, where we got hit a couple of times. But for the most part, it's been a pretty safe trip. Okay, should be what I need for battery charger. Oh, nope, I forgot something. Hold on. I take the power cells, I can't charge them. So I took the fully charged ones out of there. I gotta find out which one of these are used up. Okay, that one's half used, so I'll switch it out. And that one's completely used up, I'll switch it out. Now this is the least number of power cells I've ever used in a trip coming down here. So expect to use more on your first trip down, just because you know, if you're not used to operating the Cyclops, if you're not used to you know, the speeding up and slowing down and the silent mode and the shield and all that stuff, it can if you forget to turn off the shield, it will drain your batteries. All 6 batteries will be pretty close to drained when you get to this point if you forget to turn off your shield. So expect to use up more. That's why I had an extra 6 in the storage on the sub, because the first time I came down here, I actually ran out of power cells, and I had to leave my sub where it was and hope that it didn't get destroyed. But before I got back, that was in an earlier, before I got this far. I think we started right up there with the green water started. So anyhow, so that's it for this one. This is the base, transitional base, and the next video will take you through the next actions towards beating the game. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your time, and I'll catch you on the next video.